Hello everyone, my name is Hal. This is Quail Studios Guitar. Glad to have you here. Today we're going to talk about Over the Rainbow, and sometimes people call it Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I did a search on YouTube the other day, and I was looking for, videos of Over the Rainbow, and the first one that came up was a live version from Eric Clapton. So Eric Clapton has done Over the Rainbow. Very good live version. You can go look that up. Tommy Emmanuel has done a fantastic version of Over the Rainbow. Let's see. Judy Garland, of course, sang Over the Rainbow in Wizard of Oz. And there was another a man named Izzy, or Israel Kamakawi wo Ole. And he was from Hawaii and played a ukulele version of Over the Rainbow, which is very, very popular. And it has like 1.2 billion views on one particular video that I saw. And actually, I've done different kinds of lead sheets for this, and there's a lead sheet in the description. So I've got like 6 different lead sheets, and the reason I do is because I've got easy versions and I've got more complicated versions. I've got a version in C, I've got a version in D, I've got a version in G for different vocal ranges. And so this is such an amazing song. It's hard to just break it down like in one video. I mean, we could get really, really deep into it. We could do Eric Clapton's version, which is more of a bluesy version, Tommy Emmanuel's version, which is, he's not singing, he's just playing. That's an amazing version. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to teach a simplified version and show you the version that I use, which is kind of a jazzy version. And I was working with a student this week, and she wanted to do Over the Rainbow, and she plays ukulele. So this is what I did. Let me turn my guitar up a little. There we go. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. So what I did for her is I arranged a very simple version where we just start with C. Somewhere over the rainbow. F. So that's C. We're going to E minor. Now I'm not going to put any chords on the screen for you today because there are so many different chords I'm going to talk about. I mean, literally, I'm going to talk about so many different chords. So we're going to just skip the chords. And when I redo this video, I'll put chords on the screen, and you can look at the redone video where I take out all of the comments. Like I'm going to look here. Here's Scott Pentecost. Good morning. Israel's is simple. Capo on guitar. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can do that. I like to play the ukulele too. It's in the key of C. Israel does it in the key of C. So let's see. So the way I was doing it with this student, somewhere over the rainbow, F, way up high. Let's get the camera a little bit closer so you can see my chords. Here we go. Here, let's move that out of the way. Hopefully I won't... there we go. There we are. Let's see here. And then on the next line, it's there's a F, back to C, land that I heard of, D minor, once in a lullaby. Now I'm using regular open position chords for this. Somewhere, and this is the second verse, over the rainbow, F, either this way, or a bar chord F, skies are blue. Good morning. Yes, it's a great song. It's good to see you. Let's see, what's my next chord? F, then the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. So that last line was, then F, the C, dreams that you dare to dream, D minor, really do, G, come true. Now the middle part, someday I'll wish upon a star, C, and wake up where D minor. The clouds are far behind me. C, I'm just holding the C. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. D, that's where you'll G7 find me. Going to G7. G, going to G7. Somewhere, and here's the third verse. Over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. F, birds fly. C, over the rainbow. A minor. D minor, why then oh why can't I? G to C. If happy little bluebirds fly, this is the ending. D minor, beyond the rainbow, why oh why can't I? Now you can find that lead sheet in the description of this video. Let's do something more complicated. Okay, I'm going to get out my version. Now, I used to do it in D. Today I'm going to do it in C. If you want these versions, you can get my book. The link is in the description about how to get my book. Email me, make a donation at PayPal, or sign up over at Patreon or Subscribestar. So this is how I do it. I do kind of a jazzy version. I start out with a C chord to a C major 7, right? C major 7 is when you lift your finger up. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere. Now this is what I've done. Okay, I've taken a C chord, going back and forth between the C and the C major 7 to E minor to C7, F, way up high. And then when I get back to the C chord, I go back to that C, C major 7. Right? So it's interesting because we've got this C chord going to an E minor, going to a C7, which is actually the secondary dominant of F. Way up high. And then back to F. There's a F minor. Land that and then I did a little walk down to A minor. Heard of D minor 7. Now you could do a D minor. You could do a D minor to D minor 7. Once in a lullaby. Let's see, it's not time to do that. D minor 7. Once in a lullaby. I don't do a G7 there because this D minor 7 has the F right there. And if I go to a G7, then I have that same note and it kind of loses its punch. So I go once in a lullaby, and then I do a turnaround. D minor 7 to G, next verse. Somewhere over the rainbow, C7 to F, skies are blue, F, then F minor to C, dreams that you dare, A minor or A minor 7 to dream, D minor 7 to G, do come true. Now the middle section like this. Someday I'll wish upon a star. So I go back and forth like this. And then D minor 7 and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Turn around. Where troubles felt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. Now we're going to a D, to a D7, which is the dominant of the G chord. That's where you'll find me. G to G7, which is the dominant, back to C. Somewhere over the rainbow. C7 again. skies, no, bluebirds fly. F, birds fly, F minor, over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? Little tag on the end. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't G7? Everybody's talking about me. That's what you're talking about, Scott? That sounds like everybody's talking at me. Can't hear a word they're saying. Is that the one? That's what I think that comment means right there. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, Israel's version. Now I did a lead sheet especially on Israel's version, Izzy's. And I use a I use a ukulele for that. Yep. Let's pull that out just for a sec. Yeah. So it's like, let's see, what are the chords? C. That's the strum. Something like that. You hear that low note. He uses a low G on his ukulele. So I've got a low G on my ukulele because I wanted to try it out. Because it works better because it's more like a guitar. Right? I'm more used to it, really. Then he starts out like this. And then he's into the verse, right? Which is really cool. And the chords are very simple here. He doesn't use a lot of minor sevens or something like I did before. And they're a little different. You know, he has different words, and he has a different ending on the end of his verses, you know. That you dream of once in a lullaby. So he does this A minor to F. In the version that I was talking about, I do a D minor 7 to G to C. Even though he's in the key of C, he just does a different cadence on the end and then goes back into the verses. Anyway, I could do a video on that just by itself. That would be pretty fun. Scott says, is capo 5 uke on guitar? Yes. I think I know what you're talking about. Hold on. If I take a capo and I put it on the 5th fret, right? So I put the capo on the 5th fret, and that's just like a ukulele. These 4 strings. Now let's turn a little bit more. There, I didn't plan on this, right? So it's the same notes. So the G chord, the C chord looks like this, but it's really a G chord. Let's see, what's the A minor? It looks like this. Oh, it's an E minor. Right? It's a different chord because we're actually in the key of G. We're playing in the key of G, but we're actually playing in the key of C. It sounds like C. And I've got a version right here in G. Oh, I think there it is right there. Wait. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. Yeah. So if I played my version in G, somewhere over the rainbow, or where, oops, yeah, B minor. Over the rainbow, way up high. Right? It's the same key as Izzy's key if I got the capo on the 5th fret. Okay, let's see what's going on here. All right. Yes. Okay, everybody, it's really great to be with you today. So, I could do a video just on Izzy Kamakawi wa Ole, Israel's Over the Rainbow, specifically just for that. I could do something for something else, but you know, if you can read lead sheets and things, then you can get my book and get the different versions, which would be good. And they're a little bit different. Sometimes I do something a little bit more complicated depending on what student was watching. Well, thanks for being here. It's been really great. I'm going to go hang out with some supporters. Anybody else? I haven't a uke. That's how I create a uke. Yep, that's it, Scott. That's how you do it. Good thing. Very good. Appreciate you guys very much coming over and seeing what's going on. The beautiful, beautiful song, don't you think? If there are any questions, I'd be glad to answer them now. You'll have to rate them really quickly because I'm going to shut this live stream down unless there's a question or something like that. I'll wait for just a minute. You know what? You can also play this with your fingers. Right? Hold on. Yeah, you could do this with the fingers instead of a pick. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. And one other thing, I did a little loop here. You could actually do a loop and you can play the melody. Let's see if I can get it going here. This is my version here. I think I forgot what the melody was. So right there, I'm just using the low notes. Now, if I wanted to play it higher, I could do that. Let's listen to a higher version of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play like that, C to C. Where are my notes? There they are. I didn't plan this out very well, did I? Now what's the next one? A to F. Yep. So when you're doing it, you got to work out your notes, right? I didn't actually do that, did I? All right, let's see if I can do it better this time. Okay, so there you go. You can do something like that. All right. Thanks for having a great day. It's fantastic to be here. Play it, Willie. All right. Thanks a lot, Scott. Thanks a lot, everybody, for being here. Appreciate it. And your support. Always appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this or if you've gotten something out of it. And come and see me over at Patreon, or give me a shout out at my email, lessonswithhal@gmail.com. Talk to you later.